sensors in the other ones. They're mutually exclusive. Could get our T3 patchwork back. It's true. But what have we done here? Dropping these. So we get the Warfare Suite back, which is good. But it's only good because it's giving enemy jamming, or rather defensive bonuses as long as our enemies are near this. But we've given up the sight. I do like the fact that she can UAV probe, but it's not that exciting. Gives her a ton back. Fuck that. I don't think that's an improvement. Okay. So we need to fit this on the catapult. The catapult is just, by the way, just got tapped super fucking hard on being a utility mech for us. Since we've just said that of the things we have to build, which they're mutually exclusive too though, right? We can't run the bacon probe and the one we just pulled off, the support something. Wasn't it gray, the... Oh no, it's this one. Yeah, okay. So we still can't use bacon probe. That sucks. We have to get another mech for the bacon probe. Okay, but that does, I know it feels like we're going in circles here, chat, but we're not. We've made some progress. We have a couple fits that we want to do, and we're just looking at what comes into this thing. I don't think we're going Infernos on this. We could. We'd have to get it faster. I want to look at some variation in which we use the bombards on this, because the bombards are pretty good. And I want to make sure, I want to guarantee that the Pirate AMS gets installed. This replaces Warfare Suite and Active Probe. Okay, that's fine. Gotta get this garbage out of the head. Considering Artemis 4. Could run Comm Suite. Can't run the bacon. Need basic sensors. Sure. Okay. I would like to run these, but I'm not going to have the weight to do this. Should mess with the engine. I think it was a 265 that did it. 5.9. This is 5.8. It was a 270. It gives us 5.9. Okay. We want a dedicated EWAR AMS. We don't. We just want to make sure all of our advanced EWAR and AWS is being used. Which we can do by making some mechs not utilize their weapon slots quite as well. Which may be the catapult. It's probably running an XL engine. We'll see about spacing. This is definitely running either heavy ferrofibers or clan. Let's assume clan. Assume endo steel. Assume max armor. Yeah, we're gonna be broke as fuck when we enter this next system. Alright. Question now is, what do we do for heat? This thing, I want to overload this thing. I'm not sure we can. What was the Pirate AMS? This one might have been the one where you had to have 27,000 actual skill to use it well. And did I not bookmark this one? I don't think I did. All right, we'll look for it. This is the AMS Pirate, right? Laser AMS Pirates. If I want to overheat this bad boy, jam chance is only 11 again. Fuck. There's only going to be one boat that has 11 unless we take the headgear out. Because I want to be able to run this on overload. Is it 45 heat total overload or 45 heat per round? Good morning, Xanabu. Don't be down on this screen. The screen's a good screen. fire directly like a large laser within range. Don't want to do that. Firing mode fires 40 shots and generates 16 heat. Per overloaded salvo, but how many salvos does it shoot? It's just an infinite number. There's no way we can get that kind of gunnery in here without very high level pilot and the other system, so we can't run Artemis in that. All right. Well, if we do run the lighter, I mean, it just means that we can't run this on overload, and this has not been all that exciting without overload, but still it protects the team, so it's a little bit better than nothing. These are the MRM variants we're considering. The other alternative build to the MRMs is the Bombast, if we can fit them on. I'm not sure we can yet, but maybe. What does this do for us? We have a gyro available, great upgrade too. Missing E-War. So good fitting those Bombasts in. They've been very good so far. They've been very good because their range has been so good. If we start changing up the range, maybe not. Okay, these put a hurting on our stab. What's the gyro XL2 reserve? What's the one that put mounts in the sides? I thought that was one of the gyros. Apparently not. So we don't have ammo on this. This is an MRM 20 instead of an MRM 10. Don't have to use the maximum number slots. I don't really like mixed weapon systems. I'm just playing with weight right now. Let's just get a rough estimate. So that's close. I doubt we can jam out much more weight out of this thing though. All the weight modifications are in there already. Maybe it's Gyro XXL that does that. Can't fit it with these. The blocks are too big. Unless the Warfare Suite can go on an arm. Ew, it can. Well, let's pretend we like that. Oops. Still doesn't work because the blocks don't fit. That block's too big. Rip. Alright. Xanadu, we just named a mech called... We just named a mech Staying Alive. Do you not realize how glorious this game is just off that alone? Alright. So, the UL goes on the sides. Because it has disco lasers. It has disco lasers and the chem lasers, and it fires 1,000 fucking light show lasers out of it. Can we use these bombasts? What does a bombast do when it's not doing the greatest things of all time? It fires at medium. 21 heat's a lot. What do these fire for heat? These are like 5 or something absurd. These are 6 heat. What is this weapon system? 270 optimal and 6 heat. Thing's fucking amazing. Too bad its damage sucks ass. I'm never drunk enough for karaoke. I literally pass out before I get drunk enough to willingly do karaoke. Like there might be like, I don't even think there's a sweet spot. There's no overlap, right? It's like, here's how drunk I need to be for karaoke. And here's how drunk it takes to get me passed out. And there's a block in between. Can't do that. I knew you were gonna say that. That's why I clarified. There's no sweet spot. It's not a matter of getting me drunk enough that it's gonna happen. I fall asleep long before that. I mean, we could lower the number of MRMs, but then what are we doing with our lives? Do we have enough heat realistically to sustain this without heat sinks too? We have one more heat exchanger. We can pull off the Predator if we want to do that, which we probably don't because we probably want to make the Predator laser weapons. Can the Predator run the Bombas? That's more exciting. That's alcohol. How about weed? I don't know if I can talk about any sort of drug use on Twitch at all. I think it's just like straight up against their TOS. Where's our Predator? This thing maybe could do it, right? The problem with this one, okay, so the snub-nosed PPC I've been super fucking unexcited with. This is basically a worse bombast. A little bit better range. And this thing does not say, by the way, this says recoil 1. It really has recoil 3. Or 2 at least or something. But let's say we pulled these. So one of the issues with this one, the Mark II is group protection. Chat, can you guys tell me if the AMS Mark II covers the group or covers only this thing? I don't understand the difference. This language still makes no sense to me. We're gonna do this one more time on stream. We're gonna ask one more time on stream, and hopefully someone has an answer for me. One of you guys who plays this even more than I do. So, the laser AMS fires at any, intercepts, this is the pirate one, intercepts missiles fired at any lance mate in range. Okay, that one seems to make total sense to me. Fires at a lance mate, intercepts it. I don't know how many times it can intercept in a round. Alright, regular AMS fires at incoming missiles. Incoming on who? Not specified. I assume incoming on the mech itself. When you overload it, fires more often, but still does the same thing. Also has 90 increased missile interception range. Do you think missile interception range is like who it protects or just when it picks up the missiles? The AMS Mark II only does it on overload? Doesn't say that though. It just says it has increased range. Maybe that's how we read it. They all have base range until they overload, and when they overload, they get AoE range, so therefore they have team protection. But this thing doesn't have range listed on it until it overloads as well, so that doesn't quite make sense. It says lance mate, it protects team. But what about the AMS Mark II, which doesn't say anything about lance mates? It just says any, but it specifies differently. It says fires at any incoming missile attack. The regular AMS says fires at incoming missiles, but doesn't say anything about any incoming missile. The laser AMS fires at nothing. Just doesn't even have language for referencing this. The bottom it does? Oh, I see. Overloaded anti-missile will protect lance mates. Ah, do the other ones say that? No, the other ones do not say that. Okay, so this is the second one that we can use to protect lance mates. Any incoming might be how often it shoots. So this one can fire infinite numbers of times per round. This one doesn't. This one does say any lance mate, but not any missile. Alright, so if we're trying to get this guy to use Bombas have to be on the arm for him, which is fine. We have to move, I think we have to move this, but let's look at, is it realistic to fit these things? Because they're kind of cool. They're basically PPCs that don't suck. A little bit worse range. No debuff, but actually good damage. Not disco lasers. Bombas. Alright, so we ran a bombast on each arm. We don't want to make them lopsided, so we'll pull that ammo somewhere else. I gotta max this armor out. This thing took a fucking beating. So we've downgraded off of this, which was doing 65, 51, 45. But we were basically only firing once a round. We were basically firing 2 of them a round, if I remember correctly. Which is about 100 damage. We're replacing it with about 160 if we're in close range, 110 at medium. And it's from strobe damage to fucking single target damage. I actually prefer that. The weight's a little fucked. How's the heat? Heat's really kind to us now, so we don't have to run the exchanger here. Is there any way we can get another bombast in? They weigh 7 tons. Probably not. Can we get another weapon system in? No. Can we get AMS in? No. This is protected by stealth. It kind of wants an AMS, but it wants a personal AMS. Because I want to get the... I want to see about building another mech that has enough piloting skill to overload the pirate laser. It ain't that quick, but we can't make it that much faster. We could see about downgrading an engine, see if we lose any mobility. This is a... we now have the room for heat sinks too. This is a 610. And we could look at... 5.9. Nope. We actually do lose shit when that happens. Okay. Yeah, I know downgrading makes me use more slots, but I just literally said we have the slots, so we could downgrade the engine size. Those things are logically consistent together. I've never been excited about the mixed weapon system, and it hasn't been very good, so I'm okay to move that. It was like the best thing it was ever doing was killing helicopters, which is kind of glorious, but not as glorious as using our bombasts. Okay. Alright, so that's okay. Needs the angel because of stealth, unless... Does this thing also have a signature reduction? The, Where's my bacon? No. Okay. More jump jets for added maneuverability. No. We're trying to give it a personal AMS. Possibly laser. Trying to figure out what else we want to do with it. 2 slots could fit laser right there. It fits the weight pretty well. Venting 60, generating 40. Actually generates more than that with the stealth. Not much more. Remove engine entirely. The number of jump jets you can put on a mech is dependent on the engine size. We don't have the wing sys stuff either. This is running double heat sinks in addition, so we're massively venting heat right now. Like really, these don't need to be there at all right now. We're still heat neutral. The stealth is being annoying and blocking the arm mount of the other energy hardpoint. So we can't get... bombasts are only 3. What if we wanted to put this on instead? It's running a Dreadnought gyro, which we can change. We could change it for an XXL. And then we get that heat exchanger back on maybe somewhere. Heat's not going to be good now, but it's going to be close. We do make it blow the fuck up if it gets shot in the side, but it already blew the fuck up if it got shot in the side because it's running XL engines that aren't clan. So now it's got arms. It's generating 63 heat, which changes based on the mode. It can go up to 93. What's the middle mode? This is the middle mode. It's a little exciting. I wouldn't hate an AMS on it. Wouldn't hate some heat reduction. Are we gonna need heat reduction on the catapult? Probably not if we're running MRMs. Well, but except I'm gonna run that pirate laser. I don't know. Do you think the heat exchanger affects the pirate laser? No, we don't want to add weight here, Infestor. We want to reduce weight here because what we're trying to do is worry about heat right now. We're not actually heat neutral right now, even though it seems to pretend we are with 3 of these. And I kind of wouldn't mind an AMS as well. Those are the 2 things I'm looking at messing with here. These realistically, when it goes to close range bombast, which I do want to do, runs 90 heat. We have 1 ton. This is probably just we're one child short. Can maybe dump 1 jump jet again. I find it really bad to go down to 1 jump jet, but I think it might allow me to maneuver out of a stuck location, which is what I'm running 1 for anyways. Could give us another heat sink double. That now is basically a thing. So we have no AMS. Could trim down for a ton, but what are we gonna do with a ton? We literally can't put anything on this. We're out of slots. It's awkward. I guess we could HS1 or no, we can't. It's not a +1. Do we have to Gyro XL here? Gyro XL is bigger, but not as good. What's the Gyro Dreadnought? That might be better, giving us I forgot that it did that. It gives bulwark. This is the gyro that the catapult should run, by the way. I think. We have 2 of these or no? We do. Gyro defense does not give weight back. The UL stability hits for weight. Takes less space than this though. Could get tiles back with that. But we don't need tiles back if we're running this though, right? That's how it works. So either we have more weight to play with but less room, or we run the other way. Patchwork it. Like a patchwork 2, you're thinking? Good. How does the XL look? We just had it on a second ago. Looks like this. Where we don't have any tiles to use, but no. So it's either UL or XL. Might just be XL. The XL and the Dreadnought are the same, except one gives us fucking armor. That's pretty close. It's this right here. Change a heat sink kit to one that takes less slots. We don't have that heat sink. We can't do that. We don't have a patchwork 2. We do have a patchwork 1. We can trim a little tiny bit of armor. It would be fine. The biggest downside of this is no AMS. Pretty sure if we throw the XXL in, we don't have room for an AMS anyways. Although we almost have the tonnage. 1.5 could get the laser AMS. We would need 2 slots. We can sneak the... We can move the Angel ECM to a smaller ECM, but then we lose the stealth synergy. We'd strip a jump jet, but then we're vulnerable to spawning in a bad location. We could upgrade to a Clan XL engine, but we don't have one. Could downgrade to a light engine, but it's expensive. Doesn't quite do it either. So it's probably not. It's probably either Gyro XL or Gyro Dreadnought, and the decision that would decide that for us is which do we want for the other mechs, since the Dreadnought is a straight upgrade of the XL. So it's this. Okay. How's the heat? Generates 90 on close range mode. Venting 66. Can we get that exchanger on instead of the double? It's 2 tons more. What if we drop this, put Dreadnought on, get the not the Dreadnought, the XXL, get the exchanger on. Gotta get a ton back. We can run 2 spots. We could run the single patchwork. I have heatsink clan, sure, but I don't have any clan heatsinks. So I can't do anything with heatsink clan. It vents the exact same amount of heat. This is compact, which is not clan, right? I may double check that, but I'm 99% certain this is compact is a different type. Yeah, compact is another exchange. Yeah, the exchanger would be good on this. Weight. Can lose weight via the helm, the headpiece, if we're willing to give up 1 gunnery. It's an entire ton. Maybe. These are pretty close range weapons. They don't have jam chances. No, we don't want to go to rear armor reduction. This looks pretty good though. We just trim a little tiny bit of tons. Cockpit small can still be ejected out of chat. Yeah, if we could get the Patchwork 3 off Nova, we could do that. I don't think we could though, right? We had to just trim armor. I mean, she runs a lot of armor. It's possible we could. This looks pretty good though. The only thing it's done is we've stripped the AMS off of it. So this becomes probably what's happening with that. All right, so we have the builds now complete for, we need a name for it too. For the Bombast, using all 3 of our Bombast and using all of our chem lasers. So that's excellent. That's a big upgrade in firepower. So all that really leaves us deciding then is how to build the catapult. It allowed us, we can double check the Wolverine. So what I was considering doing was building the, we gain a ton if we strip out the Sensor Sentinel and add in the Warfare Suite. Both of these are kind of wanted. I guess the Warfare Suite is slightly better on her. What do we do with that last quarter of a ton? Throw in more dominance lasers, maybe? So what did that look like if we pulled these around? It was like Sensor Sentinel out, Patchworks out, Warfare Suite in. We lose Angel ECM, but she's only one not running stealth, so losing Angel ECM is okay. That's 4/10 of a ton. She's missing active probes. No, this builds active probes, right? Active war, active probe, ECM. That isn't terrible. This again forces this to be on the thing though. Need sensor sentinel somewhere. Sensor sentinel would go on the catapult then. Another jump jet might be okay. She is the most vulnerable to positioning issues because of how melee works. Okay. I mean, it does again put another ton required to be part of the other mech. It's okay. Do we give her the pirate FCS? This could be, did the other build require the light? Let me just take a quick look at the other build. The other build was running the patchwork 1, but we're considering going to patchwork 3 with it, was the plan. Why are we going to patchwork 3 on that? Drop that. We'll go up to get a second jump jet, maybe. Or the other build was basically done. Maybe you can find the armor to run a basic cockpit. All right, I guess. Okay, the only thing we need to do is before we confirm this, which I think is reasonable, we need to take a quick save because what we need to do is make sure that the catapult fits with this equipment on it. And because we're pulling equipment off Nobu, we don't want to have to replace that equipment that we just pulled off of her if, or not off Nobu, off the Spine Hunters. Which is essentially her boat, honestly, because no one else ever pilots it because she goes every fucking mission, but okay. Mech has gladiator armor. So it would be Sensor Sentinel gone. Patchwork's gone. Angel ECM comes off when we put this on too, right? And this becomes Warfare Suite. And something undefined right now. What has she lost from this? So this was running, this runs sensors, we don't have an active probe. So we don't need a big active probe, but Clan Light active probe is probably fine. It's half a ton. Just run a regular active probe too. I think that's fine. Oh, active probe's already there. Never mind. Sensors active probe C3 slave. Don't have a C3 slave on Nobu anymore. Could run it, but we're not gonna have the stuff. We freed up the Patchwork 1 here. Could strip that down. Could just not run this aura because it's not a very good aura. Kind of like that better. Do we just leave the weight here? Let me put it in the legs for now. We could leave the weight later for when we're fitting more stuff on. We're gonna run comm suite here too, I think. Go back and forth about that decision. Alright. That looks fine. Okay. Hardened Pharaoh gives Glad. Oh, is Gladiator armor a real thing? I just assumed you meant like some sort of like massive like jousting bonus. Which she has. She has fucking self-healing armor. That's pretty good. Alright. Confirm this. Okay. We could bet another dominance laser, but the whole point of the dominance laser is you just fight. You don't need a rack of dominance lasers. That's just like, it's a little obscene is what I'm getting at, you know? You gotta keep it tasteful. Single dominance laser. Alright, so this is the linchpin upon which all of our other decisions rest. What are we building on this guy? This guy, I think we've decided the catapult is going to become a support AMS system with high piloting. Which also needs, I need the piloting off of this guy. Where is he? Double Tap was gonna get a rebuild, but needed this off. It's so dangerous putting plus gunnery things in when you have heat overloads. Why does that cause a weight? Excuse you? Oh, because it's a primitive cockpit. Sure. Wait, did I just put that in fucking Xanabu's head? Because this guy could run it now instead? I care so much less about this mech. Fuck. We don't have an autocannon one, right? Caseful and Nobu don't go in the same sentence. Excuse you? This mech is everything that is tasteful in this world. Have you seen how it punches? A tasteful punch. So I guess then if we're running comm suite as one cockpit and an armored as another, we might as well run armored here. Do we need armored 2 or armored 1 enough here? Too bad we don't have the Solaris count. So we're trying to survive an autocannon hit to the head. Currently we have 31 structure and we have 60. Is 15 off this or 10? I don't think we're ever going to run more than one armored cowl, so I guess we're running the best one here. Is this above an autocannon hit? Goes to 15 and 60 with the modifiers 90. Don't even need that to survive an autocannon hit to the head. Just a regular survives it, right? So that is now... Oh, do math, filthy. This one. 45 and 10 is 55. It's a 50% modifier, 55? It is. So 55 and another 26. 27, I guess. 27 and a half. So 55 is 75 is 82 and a half. Plus 20. 25. It survives. It survives. It's fine. Okay. It says plus 1 injury resist. It does. Right. Alright. Nobu needs the best. No. Just got a dominance laser. She can use the subpar hat. Okay, so that was that. The Predator is going to get refit in a second, but not this instant. The next one to be touched on is the autocannon one. versus double tap. And we're taking the headgear. Yoink. And we're giving it a reasonable bonus, the comm suite. Okay. And it's getting its armor maxed. And that was all we were doing on this one, right? It was pretty much good as was. Has the gyro dreadnought, which it definitely needs. It's running stealth. Seems fine. Okay. Great. And then the refit of the catapult and the predator are the big ones. So let's check the catapult refit. Chat, we're going to have a glorious team when we arrive in the next world. Let's hope there's missions waiting for us. Okay, so this thing is going to be fucking complicated. Because we have a lot of things that we want to do to it. Starting with making it 5'9", which is a running thing, which was a 265, possibly? Was it 270? Probably. We're probably giving it... Excel or light. Definitely giving it a gyro, just don't know which type yet. Probably giving it DHS cooling. We don't have DHS cooling. We don't have DHS cooling, why not? Because it's just, we do. Wrong color? It's blue, right? Fuck. So it's gonna need the cooling, and I'm gonna need to be able to put exchangers and heat sinks on it. So this needs to happen here, I guess. Wait, this doesn't have clan cooling as part of it? Awkward. Okay. Chat, how do I guarantee to get the +2 engine mount? Which is what I want on the other one. Alright, so engine XL. No. Heatsink C is clan. Clan double heatsinks. Okay. This was the 270. 265. I fucking cannot for the life of me remember. I just did it too. It's 270. Okay. Alright. We need to get that armor up. We need to add weapons. Pirate AMS. Wait, where's my other AMS? Hasn't been fixed yet. Do we end up fitting that on the fit screen? We ended up, yes, we did. On the Predator. Okay. All right. So our support catapult. I actually didn't remember if it was 270 or not again, but I did check chat. Someone wrote it there. So thanks for that. At least saved us half a second there. We don't have another heat exchanger, right? We just haven't put it on it. We only have 2 of these. We don't have 3 of these, right? 90% sure we don't. Alright, Engine XL. Our weapon systems are AMS. We're going to run the Laser Pirate and the AMS 2. Alright, we're maxing that armor. Need to get AMS ammo in here. Worry about where that goes later. Okay, equipment on this is Endo Steel. Armor on this is Clan Pharaoh. Okay. We're going to mount a gyro on it. We don't know what yet. Don't know what its headgear is going to be yet either. We've already fit the bombast, so we don't have to here. I think we're going to compromise on the weapon system to give it like MMLs. Which aren't terribly exciting, but are fine. Yeah. Oh, I put the wrong AMS on. Thanks. Do we have another mount? No. Okay. Alright, we have to get some heat sinking capable in this guy, which is fine. The MRMs generate almost no heat. Can run something like that. Maybe we'll run the MRM 20s, I'm not sure yet. Alright, E-War is the next big upgrade for this. It's going to run the Sensor Sentinel. That takes care of sensors, active probe, and slave, but not stealth. So running a Guardian seems fine. Okay. Probably going to try to get some heat sinks in this thing. Sucks we have to fit them externally. I want a heat bank on this a lot. Was there just a generic heat bank here? It's just 2 AMS. That's a AMS ammo. No. This fucking store has sucked. This is the worst store ever. Don't disagree. We have to get AMS ammo on it. We're still 12 tons under. Needs a jump jet. And a... Might not go there. Let's put it there. Put it there in case we go somewhere else. Jump jet, and what's the other one we're gonna need? Ammo. MRM ammo. We have to get an Artemis on here if we're gonna do that. Guess we are, since we're running that. It's the Artemis 4. It's got a primitive cockpit. We don't want a primitive cockpit. Could run that stupid cockpit that we put on the other thing. No, this is the enhanced imaging. That's actually really nice with the Sensor Sentinel to give us room in the head for it. That's actually really good. Okay. Stores are dependent on the system modifiers. Okay. Hull MRM ammo need the Artemis 4 systems? Yes. It does. Yes, requires an Artemis 4 TTS be installed. Chat, we're rapidly running out of slots. We can get slots back by downgrading the gyro, but I wanted to upgrade the gyro, not downgrade the gyro. We haven't even taken that yet. I think the endo was less weight reduced, but only 7 instead of 15. Maybe we've messed with that. I've never used endo composite because it seems like shit. It seems like a pretty shit thing to me, but we'll see. We maybe want more than just those. Okay, we have 2 laser weapon slots, about 5 tons left. We're not probably where I want to be for heat yet. I would like to build a little bit of excess weight in for Oh, that's actually wouldn't be terrible. Doesn't take any extra spots too, so we don't have to go to endo composite. We'll see. I was thinking I was going to use one of the better gyros, but that's okay. Case, we don't have a case, and we're running Clan Pharaoh, so maybe we can find a case later. The rest of this looking fairly good. Just we're not utilizing the rest of our weight. What can we do with lasers? Could get that silly PPC, the one I don't love, in that cockpit. MRM 20 instead of 10. It's an option. It's lopsided then. It's close on weight. Probably better than trying to jam the PPC in too. Can't fit SRMs on top of this, as tempting as it is. And I'm a little worried about the range. This is probably close. Later we downgrade the MRM, put in some heat banks, etc. to support the... I want to overload this pirate laser system, which means I need a lot of heat bank so I don't kill myself with fucking enhanced imaging. I don't have one more ammo. Their packs have like 400 too or something, or 200, so it is 400 shots. This is currently... 1, 2, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 a round. 400 shots. It's only 8 rounds. Could get one more ammo in there is probably all right. Do we run gyro defense if we're running endo composite? Can I switch endo composite for endo steel and have the slots? Actually fits perfectly. Weight's not perfect though, or underweight rather. So the other alternative is a gyro. What's the engine light do as opposed to an XL? Not enough. I kind of like the idea of utilizing the gyro, and I'm not sure who else is going to utilize it. What just happened? Oh, we gained weight back. Do we have shit sensors in there? We don't. I want to get some heat sinks in here. So how much heat are we generating per round, presumably? Off of the MRMs, it's 6 times 3 is 18 plus 12 is 30. That's a lot of excess heat generation. We probably actually don't even need to touch that for now. Probably just trim 2/10 of a fucking ton of weight. Call it a day. Was the light reserved anywhere? This is the problem with doing multi-fits. This is the nice thing about print screening, right? The light was not reserved anywhere that I can see. The point was to upgrade to a... What was this one? This was the... Was it kind of on the bombast though? Fuck. Can drop that and go over. But we weren't using that in the clan thing? No, we weren't. We do technically have this available. This technically works just fine. Pull 1 point of armor off the back. It's a little over armored on the back, honestly, but this is pretty nice. Its goal is to get shot some. Between the defense and the 2 AMSs, that looks pretty good to me. Alright. Is too much going on the screen? Nah, dude. It sorts itself out pretty quickly once you start playing. So the changes that will happen will be later. The MRM will get swapped. We'll probably add some heat bank stuff. We'll check out the amount of AMS that we're offering. This is going to get overloaded, so probably every other turn we get double protection. I want to overload the pirate AMS as well if I can. Pirate AMS requires like 11 to overload reliably, I think. We're running 2 headpieces for that already. So if we can get a pilot to 9, they can pilot this and keep it going. And if they can't, we can get some gunnery support and maybe get there. Get the Artemis 4 missiles for okay, but not incredible alpha. We are running the Sensor Sentinel and a Guardian ECM. It's a support boat. It kind of does what it's supposed to be doing. It's not exceptionally amazing, but it looks pretty good. 12-day build. It's about perfect for like a 15-day travel. I say we call this one done as well. The only thing I want to do is start it from scratch. We'll print screen it and go, but the problem is the ammo locations, right? So ammo location is relevant to the order in which you place it. Okay. And that means everybody's good to go. We've figured out all the fucking puzzle pieces, which I like. I like figuring them out, although it's sometimes a little bit painstaking to get there. Why not any SRM Inferno? Because it's not using SRM launchers, it's using MRM launchers, and the MRM Infernos are pretty bad. They don't do good heat, and they do way too much damage, which means you're trying to like capture something and you just end up blowing it up. Okay. All right. So we're good to go. Let's do the easy one first, which is the Predator, and then the other ones. Okay, and I'm just going to pull these up from the list, so I'll lose chat for half a second. Okay, this was the Bombast one, which is here. Okay, we have one decision to make here between the Dreadnought, Gyro Dreadnought, and the XXL. Benefit of using the Dreadnought is the defensive benefit. The downside is we don't have it available for a better mech. But I do want to kind of protect these Bombasts, so I'm probably going to leave it here, especially since we only have 6 mechs right now. But Bombast. We were running that off. Bombast there. Engine XL. Not currently running Gyro XXL. We're running those. Running the Exchanger. Are we gonna remove? You know what? Let's play sane. We don't know how that fucking interaction works with the stuff being added last. We're gonna be smart about it. We'll strip the Exchanger before we put it back on. Since that yesterday's disastrous testing with how that shit works. Don't need the double heat sink either. We're gonna go down to 1 jump jet. XL stays. That all stays. Is that good? It looks pretty good. Alright, so we confirm that for 0 days. Then we refit. Oh, that's what we were doing with this. The T3, that's right, I remember now. We're trying to get that cockpit out. We might. So Bombast, weapons, lasers. I love this about this mod, chat. Not so much how much time you spend refitting, but the fact that your entire loadout is based on the stuff you loot, and what you loot changes over time, which means that your best gear changes over time. So what you want fitted changes over time, which I think is just super cool. All right, these are great. This is pretty close, right? We max the armor. Okay, becomes a closer ton mech. How's the headgear? Headgear is currently not perfect, but that's okay. We'll fix it in a second. How's heat? We need the Exchanger. Okay. Puts us over. We're missing something in here. 250 HS XL, it's all right. The gyro or the XXL. XXL actually reduces more weight than the gyro. Heat sink, we might have to go XXL then. That might have been the change. XXL in here. Clan there, yes. These are right. What am I forgetting here? I can't see chat right now, which makes it awkward. We were running Active Probe Clan and Angel ECM. We are running the Exchanger. Headpieces was one of them. So we're gonna run Patchwork 3, which we don't have room for. Did have room last time. What was changed? Headgear only had 4 last time. Why? The sensor was gone last time. How the fuck did we get rid of the sensor? You can't just remove a sensor. Can you? No? That's weird. Screenshot shows no sensor, 4 headpieces with FCS standard, cockpit small, IFF jammer, and life support. Weird. We can make up the difference still. Without the patchwork. It's just that's why we were clearing that out. Okay. Oh, because cockpit small removes sensors. It doesn't say anything about removing sensors though. Sure. Okay. Weird. Okay. We're just a little tiny bit over for weight, but that's okay. Or under for weight, rather, but that's fine. That's the exchange we want to make for this thing. Looks pretty good. Alright, shrink that down to reasonable side. Small removes life support, not sensor. Oh, did it keep the sensor on there? I thought it removed one of each. Anyways. IF jammer is my sensor. That's probably it. That's probably correct. So, that's fine. Now we refit the catapult and refit the Grand Summoner. Let's do Grand Summoner first. Grand Summoner's not totally done here, which is kind of an issue, which is because we're missing, we need an HS2. I think that's what it's called, HS. No, it's called something else. It's called a... No, it is. HS2. Okay. We need to max the armor. And this goes all the cool stuff, starting with cool arms. No, I don't want to replace the arm. I would like to do that. So, cool arm for accuracy. Great. Weapons, the whatever the fuck lasers they are. Medium rotaries. Disco lasers. Okay. Then we want equipment. We want the active probe clan. Last one, we want the Guardian ECM. We want a jump jet heavy we've got. Got an Omnitech gyro which we can't fuck with. We are gonna have to swap down to regular Pharaoh. Or clan Pharaoh anyways. It's actually kind of expensive to move in and out. It sucks. Cockpit looks pretty good. Oh, the gunnery supports need to go in there. All right. Needs ammo. Was that it? Engine core, engine. Excel, Omnitech. Oh, the cooling needs to be clan again. Okay. Wait, was this, did they stupid, no, we don't have to. We could actually run this as non-clan, right? Because the, where's the, I trim the names when I trim these, when I put these saves. So where's the one running MRMs? The MRMs was not running a heatsink in the end, right? That was not the one we ended up using. This is one we did for them. I put on double DHS, but we're not ever running that. It ran super heat neutral, right? So we don't need the double heat sinks on the catapult. We can make it clan there, it's fine. The issue with the clan is that we don't have clan heat sinks, so clan and double vent for the same amount, but I limit what I can put in for additionals if I run clan on one of them, because I just basically can't add any more. It means I have to be happy with the base heat venting, which I am on the catapult, maybe. So here we keep it like this. We wanted to put one double heat sink on then. And then we want to put the exchanger on. What's the weight gonna come out to this? We're gonna probably actually run 2 double heat sinks if we have the stuff for it. We have to put 7 chem ammo on this now. Why do I feel like I'm nowhere near the weight this is supposed to be? The heat exchanger is 3. That brings us up to 61. And then 7 ammo is gonna be 7. Brings us up to 68. Actually, we're right where we want to be. Those are the last modules that need to go on here. So we got to figure out where the ammo is going. And this is the kind of annoying part about ammo, since ammo first in, last out, or first in, first out on ammo. So where do we care about having ammo? I don't want my arms blowing up. So I think we're going to run chemical there, get rid of those first. I don't want my torsos blowing up, or my legs. Maybe legs. Do we just run the last 4 on legs, or... Does his ammo blow up? Yeah, it does. CT and head. Maybe one with the CT, but maybe not. All right, maybe in here. One there. So I want that one to go next. And then pack the legs full. I have lost a leg before. Thank you for the gifted sub, Scott Deathridge. Cheers for the support. All right, this is 65. We can't throw in another heatsink because we're short. So this goes equipment, HS, the exchanger, which is in here, I guess. Like there. Okay, and we got to get an HS 1 or 2. Okay. And welcome to the channel checks. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'd like to get rid of this last little bit, trim the armor down slightly, but we're not going to until we have the availability of that. This seems good. We're run 2 heat hot on this. We have to fix this heat. Okay. We don't know if the exchanger has to be installed separately. It just has to be installed last. What it was yesterday was the difference between installing it last yesterday for the melee was the difference between 240 and 247 damage. So it took rounding into account by installing it after. I'm not quite as fussed about the heat thing. It's only 1 module instead of like 6 stacking things in a row. But yes. Okay. This is the final fit. And then we get to go. All right. We want to max this armor. Oops. No, whatever I just did, don't do that. We're gonna arrive poor, hungry, and with lots of guns. Seems like a good way to enter a system, really. All right, this is the 270. That one I remembered, I think. Just double check that I remembered. Okay, the 270, the XL engine. The clan heatsinks. Okay. Gyro defense. Clan Pharaoh. Our last one. Do we have enough for heavy Pharaoh? This is 8 more slots for, we have six floating slots. So Clan Pharaoh. All right, headgear goes for the Artemis. Not that one, unfortunately. This one. And the enhanced imager. What? Last time we got away with taking the... Oh, because we take the sensors out by adding the... right. Sensor Sentinel strips the sensors from there, which gives us room to add the enhanced imager. Nice. Okay, we want the pirate laser for protection, and the Mark II for protection. We need some Mark II ammo. We'll get to that in a minute. Weapon systems are not a very impressive number of MRMs. Chat, you know what we haven't considered on this? We haven't considered running 4 SRM6s instead of the MRMs. We reduce damage, but we give ourselves the ability to do heat damage on this. We could use this as our heat shutdown engine mech. The heat gets to be slightly problematic. 4 SRM6s are just their 56 heat compared to the 24 and 12 or 36 of that. It's not beginning all over again, chat. It's just... It's literally because they all weigh the same. It actually gets a little bit less weight, but we won't be able to take advantage. I do think the SRMs are better than the MRMs. But I really like the idea of overloading the laser AMS too. I think we just keep the MRMs for now. But it's something to think about. We need Guardian ECM. We need 1 jump jet. We need the... we have gyro defense in there already. Oh, we need ammo. Okay, where do we want our MRM ammo? Oh, we don't have structure in here yet. Let's get endo. We ran endo composite in the end for space. Okay. Which gyro defense can do close range. It's gonna do all sorts of range. I mean, it could get closer, but the thing is, it's not very fast. One of the issues with SRM is it's half the optimal of an MRM, basically. It's not really, like 2/3 maybe, but around there. Okay, we need ammo. Where do we want the AMS ammo? Probably needs to be guard. It probably has to be torso. Could be a leg. Put it on this leg. I already want to baby this side. All right, fine. And then we want the not pirate. We want the MRM ammo. So pull from the arms first is fine. And then wherever the fuck this shit goes, the other leg probably. We'll blow up if we do that eventually. Okay. And the final bit of equipment was the T1 patchwork, which goes here. Cut one piece of back torso. And that's a mech. What do we call it? We need good names for the catapult, chat. Spamapult, the Myrmidon with the MRMs. That's cute. Spampult, medium rare. It's a mid-range support mech. Mr. Catapult. Oh, it's so stupid that it has to work, right? Like, Mr. Mate isn't bad either because it gets the MRM and the thing, but Mr. Catapult's just pretty dumb, right? Here you are, driving your giant fucking death mech. What's it called? Mr. Catapult. All right. So we need to get the 12-day one being worked on all the time, the 11-day one being worked on most of the time, 3-day one being worked on next, then 111. That gets everybody. We have about, we'd like 10 days travel time, and if we don't get fucking money, we're gonna go broke. So That was a pretty good fitting session, chat. I don't think it's been our longest, but it was probably our best in terms of what we accomplished. That's right, they call me Mr. Catapult. For fucking sure. There's the game save. Look at the delay in between when you hit finish saving. And anyways, we're going somewhere. Where are we going? Yeah. Oh, I keep hoping the Grand Summoner is looking 6 Sphinx, right? We did. It was better last iteration than this iteration. So we're at a 3.5. I think we're going to either a 4 or staying at 3.5. I think 4. Let's go up again if we can. Okay, there's some 4s close by on the way. Oh, that's 37 days away. I lied. That's 15 though, and it's like 10 times further. It's got a battlefield, black market, pirate presence, poor, and token population. I don't know what poor and token population means. It probably means we can't ever get our fucking engine upgrade. That's like a billion days away, dude. There's no way we can ever get there in time. It's 85 days away. It's 3 pay cycles without income. Poor means I'll have a shit shop. Fuck. Check the tooltip. Is there a tooltip for this? Resource poor. So what? Scavengers may have mech weapons and mech parts available for sale. Doesn't this mean that it's going to have accelerated stuff? Anyone have like a wiki that actually gives the what these do? Moons means it's going to be running hot, by the way. All right, let's go there. It's 50. It's perfect distance. It's pretty cheap to travel to. It's got. It's controlled by a faction that we don't like, unfortunately. And the Valkyrate's not. Oh fuck! You know what the bad side of this is, chat? The Valkyrate's not actually represented here. So the people we're allied with don't have anything there, and we just allied their store. What do we get from the Valkyrate? Anything useful? How do I spell Valkyrate too? I thought it was Y-R. Valkyrie, but I don't want Valkyrie. I want Valkyriate. If you are allied with someone, you're at war with everyone else. Not so fun, IMO. You're not, actually. So, or at least my understanding is you're not, because I believe that if we check the reputation, I think you're at war with everyone they're at war with, but the guys we allied with aren't at war with everybody. How do I see this? They're at war with Lyran Commonwealth, Free Worlds Alliance, Draconis Combine, Federated Suns, Capillion Confederation, the Coalition, and this. But there's not. It's not all the little guys. I wish I could search by system too, because I think we'd like to. Because we're building faction with these guys, and we're building faction with, where are they? Oberon Confederation, although it shows us at 0 right now, which doesn't make any sense because we definitely have run missions for them. Maybe we haven't got to the next level with Oberon. But I kind of want to go where the Greater Valkyrate owns. So we could look around, check that navigation again. Because I would like to hit... No, doesn't say it dumps everywhere else. Oh, there's a flashpoint closer. 23 days. We haven't done one yet. It's owned by the people we don't like. Bonus reward, uncommon items, engagement length short, consecutive deployment, yes. Tonnage requirements, no restrictions. I haven't done one yet. I kind of want to do a flashpoint. That's decent travel time. Do I know how easy it is? 2.5. It's going the wrong way in difficulty. But they like never show up anywhere near me. I'm not worried about the difficulty. I'm worried about, or I'm not worried about the difficulty being too high. I'm worried about it being terrible. All right, how do I see who's owned by our guys? Nice to see a flashpoint near us for once. Greater Valkyrie is just these little red ones, huh? So we're at a 3.5. This is a battlefield world owned by Greater Valkyrie at 15 days travel. Also 3.5. Do we want to go there just to get access to a world? What's token pop do? I don't know what that modifier does. There's a 4-star here. Well, that's the perfect distance. 15 days is what we'd like to travel. But I don't want to just stay in this space. That's 14 days. It's even better. Battlefield Black Market. Owned by the people we care about. That looks pretty nice. Active factions, the Oberon Confederation, the Valkyriate. This one, active factions, we lose the Valkyriate. This one is Battlefield, Black Market, Inner Sphere level civilization, large population, manufacturing. This is a really good one too. It's a couple more days out. I think it's better though. I think we take this one at 4-star and then head north again after. Sold, chat. Good talk. Set course for victory. Beta pod complete for all of our beta mech wares. And what does that mean in terms of 19 days projected report? 485K. So we definitely want to, we'd like to work on morale a little bit. We kind of want to go up in mech size. We have 6 mechs now, right? So getting to 6 mechs would be better than just having 5. How much does it cost? 600K is a little cheeky. It's 3 upgrades in a row too, but I think that's our next upgrade. So probably what we need to do is dump some parts. We're gonna need money. All right, let's dump some medium parts. Do we want a Centurion? I don't want a Hatchetman. All right. Training module for respec. Yeah, but I can't afford respec. We're pretty broke right now. Centurion, Raptor, Bombard, Centurion again, Wraith. Get rid of a Wraith. Doesn't sell for shit. Shadowhawk, Preda, Centurion. Okay. Get rid of some heavy parts maybe. 2 of 5 catapult again. An Urban Lord at 70. Can we get rid of some of these 70-ton ones? Our Archer's interesting. Our Grasshoppers are a little interesting. But not that interesting, right? The Grasshopper is just going to be massively worse than our Bombard at all times, right? Or than our Grand Summoner. Have 2 avatars. The problem is I've never used any of these mechs, so it's very difficult to get some sense. This thing has 5 autocannons. Would be like kind of a nice medium range small autocannon thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, chat. We need a bit more money. We don't. We only needed 500K. Guess we're okay. Ouch. Can we take something much cheaper? 2 morale, 15 days. Do we have to take just a little break for finances? We might. I'm looking at this one here. Okay. I want 6 mechs pretty badly too, but I think we have to wait a little bit because we're pretty broke. We still have travel time. 10 days to get there. So if we'd done a 6-day upgrade on the Argo and then have to do another upgrade, like, we're gonna be broke as fuck. We gotta pay drop costs too, which are like 100k, 150k. Okay, Mech Bay is done. Bankruptcy is rushing towards us. What's the problem with this guy? It's a little bit underweight. It's okay. Yeah, I know he needs a HS, but yeah. All right, a couple more days. Check out the new mechs. This is nice for one of the few times we get to immediately rebuild mechs and then check them out. All right, let's check the store. Drop costs are deducted from reward. Are they though? I think we've been to a place where we were unable to launch before with a certain amount of okay, they have engine cores. They've got engine heat sinks. Fuck yeah. All right, we're in. We've got a faction store too. Yeah, we'll check that in a second. Got a heavy gyro. Okay. They have LBX 20 cluster ammo. That's like impossible to use with... Oh, I was thinking UAX. I guess the LBX would work. Okay. SRM AX. All right, let's take a look at the faction store. It's our first look at a faction store ever. You sell Centurion, nice. A Black Knight, Thunderbolt, Advanced AMS, whatever the fuck this might be. That's nice. It's a 3-ton module instead of whatever the other one is, but you don't have to overload it. This is an upgrade on our existing. I kind of want that. How much did it cost me? 1.3 million. All right, we'll never be able to afford this. Dude, 30 shots though, and all allies is great. Endo TSM. Holy crap, that's Endo Steel armor that gives us a TSM built into it. I wonder if we could take this in addition to could we take this in addition to having a supercharger? Or a mask rather? If self-repair systems, fancy leg jump jet. Upper jump jet replaces hip and upper leg. Death from above leg. They sell AMS ammo, making them literally the best shop in the game. Nice. They sell improved MRM ammo, which is actually just a straight upgrade on one of our mechs right now. I also think if I used improved MRM, we might be able to ignore... oh, it's active. I don't really want active targeting ammo. Sniper Inferno ammo. TBM 20 faint. All right. So there's two pieces of equipment I really want in here. I want the Endo TSM if we can get it, and I want the Advanced AMS. Prior to that, though, we have to run missions. So missions it is. All right. Game needs a restart. I can feel it. The store's laggy as fuck. Okay. Factions resets. Faction shop resets after every mission. Is this true? If that's true, we have to pick up a couple things then. One of the ammos, right? Oh no, the ammos were not improvements though. They were get eat by AMS kind of ammo. Just still a base improvement, I guess. Mask and TSM are incompatible in this game so far, but we haven't had it on the Endo Steel before. God, that's so laggy. We need to restart the game. Okay, chat, this is also my lunchtime. I'm starving right now, and I was a little hungover when I started, so I definitely want to eat. So what we're going to do, as I restart the game and go through the loading sequences to get back to where we were, I did just save, right? We're going to, I'm going to make food. Back in a second. Alright, chat. Here we are. So we went to a 4-star mission. It's allowed plus or 1 minus variance, right? This is 5, 5, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 3.5, 3. I think we're going to take garrison duty. Prefer defends to destroys. Question is, do we spend a day fixing this guy up so we can actually shoot each round? I think we might. So we can buy up to a +2 if we want. They're quite expensive, but a +2 is what we could buy a +1 and add it to the heatsink double, or we get a +2, get a little bit of future proofing, like for example, whatever they're called. I don't know what the priority mission is, but it tells us to leave the system, which I'm not doing right now, so I didn't even read it. So we need at least a HS, an engine HS1, but the problem is it doesn't future-proof me at all. I don't want to have to buy it twice. It's like an expensive module for what it is. I might just have to buy the +2 right now and slam it in. It's twice as expensive. Can we for sure get that extra ton? Ever done any systems that tell me? Yes, I have done a mission that tells me I moved on their system before. Oh, it's not another ton. We're 87 with this on? Wait, what? Seriously? Should we just get to put another one on for free? And then we're deciding on whether or not we want a third one? So we definitely want an HS2, because an HS2 will then equip that one and that one. Gives us up to 69.77. Gets us that extra 6 heat. If we could get a minus 0.6, we could strip that. Fuck. Is there any way we can get that 0.6 back off? I think it's something stupid too. It's like on the catapult. It like doesn't care at all. It's not on the catapult. The tier 1's on the catapult. I think the tier 3 was used on this guy. Dude, we don't need this fucking thing, right? Drop that. Just cut a little tiny bit. Put the 0.2 back too. Alright, so we're doing 3 refits. Okay. Never done refitting. Never! So we drop this. Take a little tiny bit of armor off this. Could even do back armor, honestly. Although I like a sturdy back. Okay. This is your desktop. Okay, and if we make this a +3, then we get 1 off there, 1 there, and 1 there, and then just strip a very slight amount and get a +3 on here. That's pretty sick. That's what we need. Alright, and then to do that, we refit here. We drop the Patchworks 3, move the Patchworks 1 in. And we drop just a little tiny bit of weight. It's like 1, 2, 3. Okay. 35k my ass. Alright, and then we're refitting this one. We don't have enough money to buy the component, but we're gonna have to. So how do we do it? And what does it cost us? We're gonna need a +3. +3 was like 1.6 800k. Fuck, that's so much. All right, what are we selling? AC-20 Defiance, yes. We're gonna junk some of this shit that we've been stockpiling, surely, right? Maybe not the AC-20. Large laser, large laser. ER large laser, ER clan large laser. I think we can get rid of an ER large laser. ER medium laser pirate. That's for another melee mech. It's possible. ER PPCs, maybe. Heavy PPCs, yes. Ditch these rocket pods, sure. I always want to believe in using rockets and then never ever end up using them. Large pulse, large lasers. I'm pretty unexcited by regular large lasers. Laser AMS, LRM5s, LRM10s, LRM20s, medium lasers, medium pulse. The only reason why I'm keeping this one... No, I'm not keeping this one. I don't like medium pulse after yesterday. Or after last campaign. I'm not even sure I want these. I think I can go down to 6 of these. Maybe 8. Okay. Machine guns, MG arrays, MRM10s. We don't need this many. There's no world in which we ever use this many. We're already using 3. Definitely sell at least 2. At least 3. At least 2. Okay. Plasma cannon, medium laser. This one, I am holding that one. I'm going to get rid of these rocket pods. I dream about using rocket pods for so long. They don't even sell for shit either. It's like, what am I bothering? Some of those PPCs, we have 2 of them. 2 of them starts to get interesting. We do not need 8 SRM6s. So we can probably go down to 6 SRM6s. Streaks, Valiants. What did the Valiant do? Increased crit chance, but increased heat. Kind of not big on that. Okay, active probe, Angel ECM, armored stuff. We have a shit armored cowl, and then we have 2 good ones. Why would we not just sell the shit one? Okay, good talk. Ballistics, recoils, I want. C3 Slave, I'm pretty unexcited for as a standalone module at the moment. Compact heat sinks, sure. Too much endo steel, but we might need some of it still. We've got a bunch of cores. I don't want to give up my cores, though. I like my core selection. Sometimes I walk through the mech bay at night just looking at my engine cores, being like, that's a nice one. Took that one out of a summoner. That type of thing. Got an Artemis 2 missile system. 2 of the ballistic 2s, which are worse than the autocannon ones, right? We're never going to use 2 of these, right? We might. Are we going to use 2 of those ever? Seems really unlikely. Want these, want these, want those, want these, want this stuff. Pirate FCS, don't need 2 of these, kind of shit. Sell 1 Pirate FCS. Primitive cockpit, that's maybe for Xanadu. If she keeps panicking, we're gonna fucking put her in a goddamn primitive cockpit where she can't eject. Signature dampening I want to use one day. Standard fusion. We might need TSM. Really expensive. Okay, we are scraping the barrel right now, chat. I sell some of this junk ammo. There's gotta be junk ammo in here. Streak basic Infernos, SRM 6s. We can go down probably 2 of these. UAC 10, plasma, MRMs. MRM heat was bad, but I probably want to use it. LKs don't like. ER, chaff, RD4, doubles, regulars. LBX-10 cluster, heavy machine guns, Gauss ammos, AMS ammos. We might have too many of those. Bunch of ACs that I don't have or use. Get rid of the 5 and the 10. Okay. And it's down to mech parts. I think this is enough to buy, but then we can't launch. We're gonna have to sell some mech parts. Alright, so we wanted the +3. Not even there yet. Alright, mech parts are out of the mech bay. We're looking to put together a Centurion. I could do without a Shadowhawk. It's the thing is, we're running a bunch of 50-ton mechs. Getting a 55-ton one seems useful. We're never going to see another Raptor 2. He'll be in every mission from now on. The Bombard, maybe. The Bombard had stealth. No, we want a +3 on the, I think I get rid of these. I want the stuff on them, though. One of them had some really fucking sick stuff. I'll get rid of the Raptor. Alright, that's enough to get what we wanted. I'm pretty certain it's the +3, but let me just double check, right? So what does this look like on a +3? So gain 1 back there, we take 2, we add in the patchworks. And then we cut just a little tiny bit of armor to get to the +3. Yeah, we want the +3 here. Okay. Dude, the fit cost is fucking 200. This is gonna break me. Gotta sell more shit. I won't ever build them. Fine. Scraping the barrel. Do we want another catapult? No. Alright. Did I read a comment and misunderstand what they're saying? Yeah, we wanted to build them because we want to build what's on them, not because of because I want that mech. So I would still use a smaller mech. So I may have sold some shit I wanted. We'll see. Yeah. But we need money now, so decisions. Oh. Where did all my money come from? I thought I just bought a +3. Must have made some money when I wasn't looking. Okay. Yeah, that patchwork sucks. We moved it twice, too. Alright, we take 1 day and then we go. Just lost a day from the fucking paused nonsense. With 7 days to go, it's actually kind of a big deal. I don't know when the last time we saved was, though. Get fucked. Okay. Wait, our mission's changed. No, it didn't. Okay. Alright, here we go. 5 mechs. Who are we not bringing? The Grand Summoner. The Catapult. Oh, we need to rename the fucking guy. Okay. Spine Huntress. Fix Heat is now called Staying Alive. God, you guys ready for these fucking rotary weapons? Also, what are the things we're aiming for on these? Staying Alive wants 11. 11 is a 3%. We'd ideally be 12, but we can be okay with 11. God damn it. Okay. And the pirate one does not have quite as much leeway. This one requires to not fucking blow the fuck up on the laser pirate requires 12. Okay. Alright, we're nowhere near close to 12, but we're close to 11 on this thing. This thing runs +3 on it. So all we need is an 8. We have anyone at 8? Click. Jesus, he's got a ton of experience. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is 8. Let's confirm that. What are we taking for secondary stuff? Piloting or tactics here? Piloting gets us what? Guts gets us heat. Stab damage, melee accuracy, we don't want any more of that. 10 overheat threshold, kind of nice. Min range penalty. Can roll that, I think. Okay. So Flipper's got a bunch sitting around. We were building this guy towards something. I think we were done with sensor locks. Unnamed needs to be renamed. Okay.
Commander.
I think it was gunnery. I don't remember. We're not quite there on chat. Okay. There hasn't been any chat redemptions, right? 6. So orange is very close to where we want to be. So Flipper needs to make decisions here about this. I like the multi-shooting. I don't care so much about this on multi-shot. It's okay. I'm just so unimpressed with this as an active. This was Sphinx from yesterday. Okay. Alright. I think I'll wait. I'm not entirely certain on that, and it's kind of a long decision to undo, so let's just not worry about it. I'm annoyed that we lost 1 day of stuff, but we're ready to go. We have drop costs. I don't want to go to store. I'm trying to go to command center. Don't.